Hello, Mario.
Hello there.
Stop! Get it cracked
What the fuck? Leave me alone! Can everyone chill out? Jesus! Everyone calm down! Tahoe, Tahoe, thank you for the follow!
Michelangelo, Leonardo, Da Vinci, they're all dead. I remain. You understand? I remain as a performance artist.
Thanks, Derma. Hi, everybody! Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just let me catch my breath. I started stream and then I was like, oh shit, there's like 8 billion things to do. Okay. Hi, Noipile, Sibo, thank you for first. So excited, thank you for cooler first. Hi, Misla. Hi, Nar. Hi, Zuchi. Hi, Koi. Hi, Ligo. Hi, Trekkie. Who am I missing? Hi, Marshall. Hi, Nightbot. Koi, congratulations on the roll. Sibo's right. We need to do yesterday. Hi, Crouton. Hi, Dad. Hi. Hi, son. Hi, Sport. Hi. Where am I? Where am I? Hi, Manders. Hi, Marshall. I already said hi to Marshall. He gets 2. Hi, Ashley. Why are you mean to me? What did I ever do to you? You guys care about the PlayStation thing? Guys, PlayStation hasn't released anything interesting in 16 years. Nobody cares. Trust me, my wife works at Sony. There's nothing cool in it. Happy Deltarune Day, everybody. Astrobot, motherfucker? No. Don't speak the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. Ashway! Every time I read your name, I think of Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 Remake. And he just goes, Ashley! And that's how I remember to spell your name with the L in the other side. Good morning, everybody! Do we have to go watch the State of Play? I don't want to watch the State of Play. It's gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring! It's gonna be poopy doo-doo garbage. You know who else is poopy doo-doo garbage? My mom! Where's my... No wonder everything's going to shit. I brought my meds up and I didn't take them. Oh! Everything's all coming up milk pal. Let me take my meds real quick. Hold on. Everyone chill out. Everyone chill out. Hold on. Everyone take your meds. I want to see half of you disappear. Do you imagine if, like, taking your meds was a PvP game and you, like, took your meds and, like, deleted someone else from the chat? You know who else is your mom? My mom! Don't say that, Sibo. I'm gonna put the dang State of Play on. I'm gonna put it on. Alright, hold on. I'll make sure my jiggle physics work. Am I jiggling enough? Am I boinging enough for you? Huh? Am I stellar blade enough for you? Dude, did anyone ever play Stellar Blade? Or are they just gooning? Boing more? Okay. If only because it makes Ashley happy. Do we tell Ashley that I know how to jork it with this model? Since you guys clipped it like maniacs? Thought my new meds were doing nothing and I haven't taken them today, but I ignored like every time I said my cinnamon rolls were casualty. Did you burn them, Nart? Are you using RahiTuber? I'm using PingTuber Plus. Did I center this? Yes, I did. Woo. You fucked up, Nart. I did see the new model Coda made for Rahi Tuber. They're basically like they're very similar programs. The nice thing about PingTube Remix is that it's using the same engine that PingTuber Plus is. Makestar, welcome on in. Okay, hold on. I have a lot of things. Okay, hold on. I gotta write it out. Okay, alright, hold on. Okay, so I said hi. Say hi. Done. Right? Get insulted. Done. Alright. And then, okay. Can't have it pre-filled. Okay, Deltarune. Everyone's gonna be talking about Deltarune, and it's got the word rune in it. I'm not affiliated. That's okay. I know everyone. Hey, with the follow, Makestar. Everyone and their mother that comes to this community is either gay as hell, neurodivergent, or depressed. Hi, Izzy. So that means that everyone's very interested in Deltarune. I personally have not delted any runes. I'm only tailed my unders. But I did add spoiler channel. in the Discord. Because you guys know we're not spoiler sad here. So I have two spoiler channels, one for chapter 3 and one for chapter 3 and 4. Deltarune implies there's 3 other runes beforehand. See, that would have been a good joke if you put the word Deltarune chapter 4. Or like the number 4. But right now you're making a math joke that doesn't quite add up. Get it? Add up? Get it? So, I'm not clicking on that. Whoa, Wiener! Okay, well, we got spoiled. Sorry, guys. We got spoiled of Deltarune. But yeah, if you want to talk over there, because I know everyone's like locked down on the space, right? Everyone's like, oh my freaking freak. No one's allowed to talk about it anywhere. So if you want to talk about it, you can come over here. But I don't know what the fuck Deltarune is. I can't tell if it's a spoiler or not, so yeah, that's a you thing. Wake me up when he releases Omega Rune. Well, if you go on to AO3 and you look at my tag, I've delted no runes and undered no tails. Am I still accepted? No, Lego, you have to kill yourself now. I'm sorry. You should leave. This is an Undertale space. Okay, have fun, be safe. Number 2 in the Discord, in the suggestion box. I have a new thing. I'm working on some new redeems, and I know I've said it before, and I'm like, please give me your sound clips, and I will totally add them to the stim board. And then I fucking, God, you listen to whatever your Oshi says, Lego? You fucking simp. I know I've said it before, but I do have a dedicated day tomorrow to work on redeems. And I have 3 redeems I'm cooking up in Mix It Up. So it would help me a lot, because it's going to exist either way, even if you guys don't help me. I promise it will still exist. But what I want is an exclamation point W and an exclamation point L. And so when something cool is happening, it goes like, way to go, superstar! Or like, very good, right? And when it's like an L, it's like, wow, you suck. Suck my stupid caca, right? Because you guys just love spamming the stim board. And I need you guys to have other buttons. I need you to have more buttons on your Cocomelon board. What does that mean, Sid? I don't know what that means! But yeah, that's my Discord updates. Deltarune. And then we got L's. God, this sounds like elevator music. Can we not fall asleep here? I think we're going back to drunk driving. I just love drunk driving, guys. What is a trick shot? I don't know what it means.
Hi, how are
I
you?
don't know. Hi, Bram. L's and W's. Okay, I think I got everything. I can't stop drinking oil. Keep doing it, Sekwar. It's great for you. Hi, Maters. Redacted? I don't know. I don't know what it's from. Ah! Ah! I'm stupid.
Hi, how are you?
Listen. I can accept that I'm stupid, and then you can still give me things. Alright, I think that's everything. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Are we all caught up? Anyone else need to tell me anything? Let's pick an image. Who's gonna haunt us today in the corner? I think it's gotta be Birdman, right? Bird up. There he is. No, I don't want him to haunt us. We'll have Bug Lady haunt us. She just looks so demure in the corner, you know? Ashley, why are you so mean? Why are you so mean to me? Huh? This is 8th grader behavior. Just say you want me carnally already. Like, get it over with. Ate all the microfibers in your fridge? I didn't even know I had any. Unless you ate nothing. I'm a jock. This is established canon. Are you self-promoting by talking about your lore? What the hell? Okay. Where's my brain? Where are we? Guys, I'm getting... Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Hold on. Sometimes I can't tell if it's ADHD or it's Alzheimer's. Where am I? Got the go-ahead from my mom to bake another can of cinnamon rolls. Take your meds, Nart. You've learned a grave lesson today. My lore, aka my personality. But I love lore dumping. It's like trauma dumping, but then I get to call it something cooler. Let's warm up the hands. Today is World Building Wednesday, my dudes. So, speaking of lore, we're making objects today. We're doing concept art. So, if you haven't been to a World Building Wednesday, of which you would not have been at a World Building Wednesday unless you were here for like, I want to say like 2 years ago is the last time we've had a World Building Wednesday. I'd like to bring them back, but if you guys don't know what a World Building Wednesday is, I have a world building thing. It is called the Wajinko system, or Anquo is also the planet I live on, right? And this is my little project that I do, and then we do stuff on World Building Wednesday. It's not so much drawing pretty pictures, but it's coming up with ideas as a group, and it's kind of both like conducted by me, but then also like group directed. So. But after I warm up my hand, super, super high-level basis, if you've never heard anything about it, sci-fi fantasy universe. And now I'm cringing again because now I'm talking about things that I care about, and that's cringe! Stop hitting me, Iron! Cringe, thank you for the gift sub! Yeah, Manders. What the hell? World Building Wednesday. So today, we're going to be doing it via objects. We're going to be doing prop design. Hello? Hi. What are we screaming about? What are we screaming about? What's happening? What's happening? Craig, I was there. I'm trying to get context. What's happening? What's something just happened? What's happening? What are you guys reacting to? Is this a live react to the state of play? What's happening right now? Nard! You've derailed the whole stream! What's happening?
What if I'm on the brink of madness? Maybe
I feel like I'm on the brink of madness. What the fuck is happening? Elaborate bit where I get a bunch of chatters to go crazy at the same time. I don't know what's happening! Context for the context. I require context! Where's that fucking meme? Where's the Wojak? Nard! Nard! What the fuck? The madness one was from Over the Garden Wall, Zuchi. Heard thanks for the gift sub and got an email saying I got a gift sub and I was like, someone give me a sub and then hello and it wasn't for me. What the fuck? What's this? This is a huge nothing burger! Yeah, Zuchi, that's Over the Garden Wall. Everyone go gift Nard a sub on a different channel. I'm so freaked out. Nard gets the dunce cap today. Nard, you fucking shit. Everyone go sub to Rion Lights. That's Northern Line for me. Alright. Where's my brain at? I also gotta pull up some baby girls. Just so I look at her and I go, yeah, I can do art. That's cool. What do you want from me? Cinnamon rolls, clearly. God damn. It's what we all want. Alright. Today is not a day for thinking, apparently. Every time I've had a thought of how to start the stream, it's fucking gone. We're 20 minutes into stream and I can't think. I can't. Hi, Glassdale! I've lost all of my. It's a blank canvas stream. It's my blank canvas stream. Done my work as a moderator or as like a person who has a real job. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? The canvas is blank. Got my blank canvas. Sibo! I like how everyone, like, the Nat 1 and the Nat 20 is now an in-joke. I love this. Alright. Where's my brain? Where's my brain? Let's design some stuff for a vending machine. How does that sound? I had a thought about it. I had a thinky think about it. I pull up the canvas. I pull it up. Woo. I have no idea what they're rolling for, Iron. I think they're just in it for the love of the game. But I clearly had the idea a little bit here. But I wanted to make fucked up soda cans. I feel like circular soda cans are very inefficient for space transport. I kind of wanted them to be the shape of, like, sardine cans. I've been workshopping a bit where I start lying and rolling after. Less than 50, I admit I lied, and greater than 50, I say nothing. The bit is you already know if I'm lying if I roll anyways. I see. Why are you telling me this? Yes, juice boxes but metal. See, you're fully aligned. Hi, Bongo! Guys, it's not gonna be actually sardines. To be fair, there might be some sort of species out there that doesn't want to have... Don't a lot of animals die if they drink something carbonated? That's like a thing, right? Like, if you give a cow a soda pop, they're gonna fucking kick the can. Kick the bucket. I am now subbed to Northern Light. I love that for you, Nart! Carbon dioxide is poison to most things. Yeah, but that's like saying water kills people. Horses are the original balloon animals. I can't think of balloon animals without thinking of it being like a fetish thing. There's no existence in this world about being a balloon anything without it feeling like a fetish at this point. Maybe that's me and the death of purity. Thought the original balloon animals were worms. I think the original balloon animals were Voltorbs. Okay, let's get a soda can reference. Oh, you guys ready to see a naked soda can? Oh, spicy meatball. Doesn't that just look scrumptiddly-umptious? Hi, Quickend! This is so fucked up. Showing naked cans on stream. I'll do it again! Don't even fucking test me. Okay, we want this to be thinner. This is all just a secret strategy for Drawbox. Definitely should be taller than it is long. Bye, Sid! Bye! What is the branding gonna be like? It's gonna be whatever. Here's my philosophy on it, Dreki, right? It's like, yeah, if you're making like if you're doing a world building thing, right? Sometimes having a unified theme, you're like doing like, oh yeah, I'm doing cassette futurism, so everything's gonna be cassette futurist. But like look at the world that we're in right now, right? There are soda cans that just have the word Coke on them, you know? Like, look here, right? You have just like a logo and the word Pepsi or Coke, right? But then you have like these wacko things, right?
I'm really excited for the new movie, I exclaimed with excitement. Little did
Yeah,
I
you got
know
shit like Liquid
it
Death,
would be a
right?
feature, a creature feature, featuring the creature.
You should contain multitudes, right? Like if I was like, oh yeah, I'm making cassette futurism, I'll just make all my soda cans look like this, and everyone is like forced into this aesthetic, right? It's like, nah. Maybe certain like styles will be more popular.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Falcon! Welcome on in! Thank you for the raid! Welcome on in! We got you a shout out. Guys, if you don't know who Falcon is a really cool 3D modeler, and you've probably seen his models around. I think his most iconic child, I would say, is Zayon, I think? Sebi Gaming, thank you for the follows! What's a falcon? I have no idea. Something that goes, Kya! Maybe? What were you doing for art? Were you doing model making today? The Skilly! The Skilly! Sounds like a little bitch. Hey, I know you guys are partners, but insulting other people is not cool. Chill it out. All you people got some big parasocial bums today. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Rune. I'm a Chimera sci-fi VTuber. I also do 3D, but I've never finished anything. But I don't do low poly. That's not me. Pixel art and me, we're enemies. We can't do it together. But I draw like this. This is what I do. I do this kind of stuff. That's also what I look like. Here I am. Here's when I look bigger. 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 But yeah, today we're doing world building. We're coming up with sci-fi shit. We'll jump around in ideas. Right now we're doing vending machine stuff. Doing a PSX. Oh, you're making gamepads? Holy fuck! But yeah, you guys definitely check out Falcon. His children are running amok. And you've probably met one before. And you gotta know who the baby daddies are, you know? Do you guys ever think that VTubers are like, my mom can beat up your mom, my dad can beat up your dad? Like, do you think if Blanc and Zayon got beef, right? And then fucking Zayon is like, my dad can beat up your dad. Falcon can beat up Voxid. He's gonna kick your ass. I think that would be peak. We should make a tier list of which model maker would win in a fight. Why are you guys all flying things? Glasdale and Falcon and Voxid are like the three big ass low poly riggers, modelers, everything-ers, right? Why are they all flying or bird themed? YouTubers have multiple parents depending on how yeah, I mean they do, right? But like, if you make your own model, is that parthenogenesis or is that self-cest or is that like if you make all your own models, you could be like a single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. Mitosis? It's the powerhouse of the cell. I feel like Attic has the ability to murder. Attic Monster has a murderous tendency. Dreki, are you still here? Who? I always forget their name, but they made you and Tikri's like super cute goober models. Those little babies. It's self-cessed. Have you seen my Valentine's Day? Yeah, I know. It's so good. Glasdale makes the best self-cessed art. Can I get a shout out for Glasdale? He's my favorite self-cessed artist. A single mom who does her kids' homework for them all the time and never stops. Hi, Gray. God forbid motherfuckers fly. They shouldn't. How are they able to model if they don't touch the ground? Oh my god, what if we were modelers and we were both and we were kissing? I think it's so lonely to not have your own model. Like your own like model mama, model papa, right? You're like, I made everything myself, right? And then you're like, shit. Now I have no way of forcing an interaction with Iron Mouse. I love model sibling playdates. I love the like, oh my god, same artist. Oh my god, now we have to interact. Two streamers you modeled for end up together, is that, oh my god. Bongo, you're cooking in a really scary way. I'm gonna need you to chill out. You're looking at dark energy. If you're a modeler, and then you make a model for like your partner, is that grooming? Or like if you make a model for someone and then you end up dating them later, like did you groom them? This is fucked up. My tablet pen is deciding that it wants to have an opinion about the economy, and I have to kill it. But if you make a model for someone, right? And then they like stop interacting with you, and then they go get it re-rigged by someone else. Right? Are they the step model mama? Model papa? Like, I'm not the step rigger, I'm the rigger that stepped up. Don't say that, I want to make a model of my very tall horse husband. Is your husband a horse? Congrats. It's very horse noises of you. Haunts noises, even.
Ah, hello, Gordon Freeman.
Hi,
it's
Dexy!
good to see you.
Oh my god, Nexy's here, and I'm reminded that there are items that I want to make that are related to things I put on Nexy's ref sheet. A unicorn? Holy shit. Glasdale, what are you gonna do? Glasdale, do you know that one of the potentials for art fight is unicorns versus dragons? Art fight's gonna divorce you. What are you gonna do? Are you team dragon because you are a dragon, or are you team unicorn because your hubby's a unicorn? This is so fucked up! I don't like these potential implications. Our fight's gonna keep two bad bitches apart. Glasso, I never knew that your hubby had a fursona. I always thought it was like, yeah, I'm just a normal guy. Oh yeah, and Glasdale, he's a dragon on the internet. Stop smacking me. Hi, Void. Are you guys having fun? Got to the point where random people are following an art fight. Normal guy and the dragon he's married to. Hi, Blanc! Blanc, I need you to start beef with someone that has a Glasdale or a Falcon model. Because then you get to use the line, my dad can beat up your dad. Because I want to watch Voxid fight someone. That my beef quota for the year? Ooh, implications. Blanc, just because it was the year of the bull last year, and everyone made cow tubers, does not mean that you have not enough beef. Or that you have too much beef. What year is it again this year? What's the zodiac this year? Is it Snake? It's Drekkie's year! What's your guys' zodiacs? I want the full spectrum. Actually, just kidding. The fucking horoscope bitches are gonna be able to figure out everything about you if you do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta pick one or the other. You're a goat, Blanc? Okay, no, but like you could totally... Okay, if you... We don't need context, don't worry. So if you have your Chinese zodiac... Hold on, let me get a better line here. You have Chinese zodiac, right? It's every 12 years. If you have a rough age estimate, then if you name it, right? Then you know what date it is, right? And then you have your like Greek zodiac, right? And if you have your sun sign, that at least kind of sort of pinpoints the month, but then if you also have your moon sign and your rising sign, like, you can get a full birthday dox if you give both. That's crazy. Hi, bitches! Anyways, I'm a fire rat. And I am a Libra and Scorpio cusp. And I am a Pisces moon and an Aries rising. Huzzah! Thank you for... It's okay, Blanc. You find out all sorts of info about me. Whoa, Peaches, we're so close! So that means that Peaches was born...
Did you say boss weapons?
Like, October... I want to say, like, September or something. But, like, you also are Pisces moon, so you have to be really close to me. So you're probably born, like, I'm gonna guess, October 14th, 1996. That's my guess. We know how close I am. I'm a water dog or fire chicken. You got a flaming cock. Are you in September? No fucking way. I got Gemini and Rooster. I gotta, hold on. You know what I need to write? I need to write in my little notebook of every time that you guys say sorry, I need to mix it up to be like, you can go blame this asshole. For all complaints of being auto-modded for the word sorry, please direct it to twitch.tv/Blanc. And that'll be free advertisement for Blanc forever, and he'll never have to be shouted out again, because people will accidentally shout him out every time they say sorry. It's perfect. Is he a Virgo dragon? A little rat. I'm a little rat. I'm a little rat man. Blanc don't need shoutouts, people know. Theoretically, most people shouldn't even be shouted out in here, but the mods are a little trigger happy over here. They just be shouting out anybody. Scorpio Tiger! Nice. Okay, so Goat, Chinese Zodiac, Virgo is your sun sign, Scorpio your moon sign. What the dog doing? Yeah, everyone go follow Ashley. They're mean, and I don't like them. So if you're here for some reason, and you're like, you know what, I want to piss Rune off, you should go follow Ashley. I wish Rion was here. This is like a masterclass in creating random VTuber beef. Everyone needs an enemy, you know? People don't have enough enemies. You gotta have a rival. You gotta, like, who's your Xenos? Who's your Vegeta on Twitch? Making your Belongtro cards kiss? Yeah, go, Nart, get on it. Go make me and Ashley Miami kiss. Belongtro Yuri before GTA 6? No fucking way. Can't have an enemies to lovers arc if you don't. Yeah, like, guys, you can't have enemies to lovers if you're just a doormat. You have to start beef. Why am I being so careful about this? I'm being too careful. We're not concept arting. We're going way too illustrative here. Fucking square soda can. Here's the secret, guys. If you're passive, you're still making beef. Specifically with me. I'm gonna kill all of you. In Minecraft. All of you passive bitches, I'm coming for your throat. Before I come in your throat. Enemies to lovers. Oh, would you kill me in Minecraft? I would hook you up to the sticky piston. Hi, Leo, digging for crawlers. Okay, we're getting too precious here. Let's get a concept art. Rush out. We can make these pretty later. Woo. I knew it. Rune hates me. I do. Every day I wake up, I slam the wall, I'm Adam Driver, and I hate your guts. Are we discussing peony? Okay, Choji. My culture is not your fetish. There are other places to talk. We already did the tiny PP discussion. We have intellectually moved on from tiny PP. At this point, if you want to stay on tiny PP talk, see, Glassdown won't even fight me. Who's gonna bro v bro me if nobody wants to fight? Bro and I come in fists. Just the handy does it for you? That's fair, that's valid. Ain't nothing wrong with a handy. You got so baited! Good morning, Banana! You guys want to see some square soda cans? Look at how weird these are. Look at these. Look at how sick they are. Don't want to hand it to Rune, she's gonna twist it. Look at how cool these are! Dystopian square soda. See, but they're not fun if you, like, still have the circle on top. You know? They get the juice from square fruits? I'm milking squares right now. Okay, I want to try rectangular. Yeah, okay, this is what I was basing it off of. It's like little flasks, right? This is the desire. I remember what the reference is now. Friggin', what are these called? Like flasks, right? Flask. Yeah, like these things. Alcohol. Just like the can's paint thinner comes in, I don't partake. So I'm not quite sure. The wackiest ways to get a beverage in a canister. I can't say that it was intended this way, but I know as a child, do you guys ever get those little Kool-Aid things with little twisty tops? I forget what they're called. You guys know those? I used to bite into the middle of them and then suck them. I used to pretend I was a spider, and I would bite into the plastic until I had like enough, and then I would suck it out. You would? What does that mean? Block, what the fuck? Hey, man, beer heads do it now, too. They do it with the beer cans. Beer can open from side. I forget what they call it, but, like, I've seen frat boys do it. Shotgunning, yeah. Shotgunning a beer. Shotgunning a beer. So I was just, this is me. This is what I did with Kool-Aid. You guys are talking about pouches of juice, but that's just a fucking Capri Sun. It's like you guys forgot our heritage. The frat boys are being inspired. I hope so. But the spider RP was very important to me because you know what spiders is they bite the bugs and then it like liquidates all their insides and then they slurp it out. That's how they eat, right? But yeah, that's what I used to do. That was my little freak thing I did. I need more of this. Alibaba. What do they got? They got fuck yes. Stainless steel tin can. These do look like paint thinner cans, don't they? Guys, I just like chewing on plastic, okay? I am just a sea turtle. Leave me alone. These things right here, what are they called? They sell them with like alcohol, but just the orbs are so funny. Sorts of weird cans. Buzzballs, yeah. Are buzzballs worth it? Then on around. Tin can. Rectangular. Man, these really are just paint thinner cans. Shotgun in those juice barrels. I never got to have those as a kid. I like pretending I was a dog when tried lapping up cereal milk. Oh my god, same. You know what I also used to do? I used to pretend I was a kingfisher. Because I really liked birds as a kid. And then I would swallow, like, the noodles from my chicken noodle soup. Like, whole without chewing. That was a formative experience for me. Oh, it's like the Spam cans. Are you a Warrior Cats kid? Nope. I was an Animorphs kid. Animorphs was my crack of choice. Landing on the floor. It really just is the Spam cans, isn't it? Spam! Guys, can we just go to TwitchCon and chew plastic together? Y'all got juice packs as well on the battlefield and struggle with beiged milk. I love beiged milk. That's what you get. That's what, you know what? Canadians can be like, oh, moral superiority. We don't have beiged milk. We ain't got no beiged milk. They're never gonna take our stride. Ain't nothing ever gonna hold us down. Save up all my 6-pack rings. Thanks, Plonk! Thank you! Oh my god, did you guys see that Star Prism saw AI soda? I don't know how you AI a soda. Oh my god, it's ad time! Bye, everybody. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. Goodbye. 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 Ads are over. What's up, beauties? Hi, Foxhead. So who got a buzzball in their ass? Why do you keep re-rolling, Peaches? Do you want it in your butt? What's going on over here? You guys are going nutso. Let's go gambling. Gambling's the devil, Nart. Greetings from the abduction machine? What does that mean, Glasdale? Who's getting abducted? Are you abducted? Do you need help? Are you okay? You guys ever, do you ever meet someone who's got like a really cool, I'm thinking about it, but there's a guy on TikTok and all they did was collect different like tabs for, not tabs, but like the things, you know, like when you have like bread, right? Like this, and you got like bread inside and then it's got like that like keeps it sealed, whatever this thing is, right? And they're like usually like funky little shapes. But I saw someone and they collected those. Yeah, the bread clips. They had literally hundreds of them. Hundreds of different designs. I didn't realize that everybody and their mother made a fucking different design for them. I thought it was just standardized. But anyways, those people have really interesting archives. And if you like doing concept art, you should find people like that. And you put them in your little pocket for later, you know? And like, you don't need to hang out with them right now. I know the guy. I know, he's so cool. I wanna be a freak like that one day. This one girl collects the dandelion. Yes! It's not dandelion, though. It's not dandelion. Guys, what is it? We keep referencing the color over and over again. I'm not crazy. I know we keep talking about it. It's some sort of flower, though. Is it dandelion? I could have sworn it was something else. What a cool lady. Alright, that looks like a can. Guys, what flavor is this? What are we designing here? I could have sworn it was goldenrod. I thought it wasn't dandelion. I thought it was goldenrod. It's goldenrod, I thought. Goldenrod crayons? Dr. Rob. I don't know! I don't remember! I don't know, guys! Get off my dick! I'm gonna go check. I'm checking.
Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Did not care for The Godfather.
It was dandelion. Shut up, LIGO! Shut up! Yeah, my favorite crayon is Gamma. It's too much Gamma. Goodness gracious. Alright, hold on. There's something. I want to pick the flavor. It's this lady. This is a lady, by the way. When we talk about, like, because we were talking about chokeberries the other day. She's a very smart lady. I love her so much. Alexis Nicole. Very cool educator for foraging. But I want to pick a fruit that is, like, for, like, the flavor, you know? You would never want me to shut up? I don't know, man. You were not around for a couple years and it was, like, really peaceful. Dr. Pepper. I like crabapple. Lily Pilly as a flavor sounds so fun. Mayapple. Wild Straubs. Persimmon. Serviceberry. Apple meets almond meets blueberry meets candy. That sounds delicious as a soda. Pawpaws taste like cum. All you cum guzzlers. You get no joy from peace, you crave the excitement of a bitchy bottom. Ligo, there are hundreds of you in this chat. Raise your hand if you're a bitchy bottom. Who's a brat in this chat? Iron, if you don't raise your hand, I'm gonna kill you. I feel like Lily Pilly is just really fun. And then you make a pretty pink soda. Nuh-uh, exactly! You're a fucking bratty bottom. Nexie, you're not a brat. Don't you go there. I'ma switch it best? Yeah, when are you gonna dom someone then? You only retaliate. You're not proactive. It'll happen, yeah. Sure. Really? You're such a bottom that you'll top? If you have to. Like, if someone tells you to top, you will. That's how much of a bottom you are. And you're gonna complain about it the whole time. Alright, I like Lily Pilly. I like that. Shh. Shh, it's okay. Alright. Lily Pilly. Oh, they're so pretty. What a cute little fruit! These can't all be Lily Pillies. Guys, I don't know what a Lily Pilly is, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get AI'd here. Is this beef? You guys, if you make a bunch of fake beef, you'll never have real beef. Everyone in this chat who doesn't have real beef with someone right now, you better make some fake beef or real beef's gonna come your way. Cute little fruits in chat. Bananagram! You're allowed to say this, it's Pride Month. Look at how cute they are. I love this. Whatever color scheme is happening in this image, I like it a lot. Edit, paste. Oh, so tiny. Shush your mouth. I also like these are cute, but these don't seem as ripe. I think this looks like a soda color. I would never fake beef. All my hate is real. Why are you such a bitch to me then, Ashley? Me being a dickhead, it means I love you. Get out of here. Can someone do a fact check for me? Can someone do a little fact check for me? Someone do a little fact check for me. I need someone who likes to do research on the internet. I need you to step up right now. I am requiring your services. Someone raise your hand. What you need? Sibo, I need you to go figure out the what are the most common metals in the universe? I don't want to just assume this can will be aluminum, because aluminum is very common on Earth. What would make sense? Let's find some common metals. It's an internet? Oh, bucko. You have no idea what's coming for you. Overlay. Is it iron? It might be. What's like non-corrosive? I guess like tin, right? Like tin cans? Why do we do aluminum over tin for soda cans? What is the purpose of that? All right, this is really what World Building Wednesday is about. Hold on, we have too many questions. Aluminum versus tin can. Aluminum cans are less sturdy than tins. Okay. Yahoo. Thank you. Aluminum's not magnetic. Interesting. Google says iron. Interesting. Okay. Silicon. Interesting. I hear there's a whole valley made out of that stuff. Aluminium? Ugh! You Britted my aluminum. Aluminium. Blah, 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 blah. Home canning projects. History of canned foods. Now we're really into World Building Wednesday, guys. This is the good shit. Tin can is a misnomer. Only contains 1 to 2% tin. Tin is a rare element. Only commercial product made entirely from tin is tin foil. Not to be confused with far more common aluminum foil. Peter Durand invented the first metal food can. He accounted for this high price by using tin-plated iron for his container rather than tin alone. Why tin? Steel and iron are strong, but they're excellent for protecting canned goods, but these metals are also highly corrosive, so the canned foods can break down the can. Okay, yeah. Because the inside of an aluminum can is plastic anyways, right? Like, if you put the soda can in a bath that dissolves the aluminum, like, you're left with it in a bag, right? Rust resistant. Aluminum is extremely cheap. Only naturally found in components of other elements. Okay, so most tin cans are actually steel cans. Okay. Here, interesting lore implications. Ready? I'm gonna color while I talk about this. Okay, so I have super veganism. You know how so something I like to do in my sci-fi stuff, right, is I like to take what is like a real world problem or debate or subculture thing, and I like to try to like break it with with a sci-fi twist, right? Like, what happens if you take that same kind of argument and you move it towards something else? So we have veganism. I'm not going to get into the opinion part. I'm just going to state some facts here, right? For veganism, right, there's a lot of debate on whether or not using products like wool or honey is constituted as vegan, right? Because you're not killing an animal, right? And it's actually beneficial for the animal because of the way that we've domesticated it to take pieces of that, right? Make sense? Make sense? Right? There's a debate about that. On like whether or not like honey is more ethical than like agave, because agave nectar is very popular for vegan stuff, but often hurts wildlife in the way that it's harvested, right? And it's like, well, if the bees need the honey taken from them anyways, yada yada yada, right? There's an argument there. So for sci-fi veganism, I've taken this argument to all quote unquote living things. There are entities in the sci-fi universe that debate on. Ooh, this music got really loud. Not here. Hold on. Please hold. Calm yourself. Boop, 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 boop. So there's the debate on whether or not, like, using anything living, including plants or fungus or bacteria or anything, is like, it like breaks their veganism, right? And I just shorthand it for super veganism, right? And now I'm thinking, like, steel is iron fortified with carbon. Where's the carbon coming from? Right? Because, like, you guys know that's what pig iron is, right? Or, like, this is how we originally discovered steel. Is you had all these people, you had, like, the Vikings, right? And what they would do is they would try to bless their iron with, like, the bones of their ancestors or of their kills, and they were accidentally introducing carbon into the iron, and they were making steel, right? So I think that depending on how prominent this cultural thing is this something where this is like a thing they worry about? Are sci-fi companies worried about distributing something that has carbon that comes from a living source? Use charcoal, coal nowadays is still old dead thing. Exactly, right? And, like, obviously there's gotta be carbon in the world, right? What's up, Burger? Calling iron a bottom? Am I wrong, Rion? Am I wrong? Okay, let's think sci-fi considerations here, right? Iron's a lot heavier than iron, like, than aluminum, right? But also, like, I guess the lightness of aluminum makes a lot more sense, right? For, like, space travel, right? But, like, is the magnetic factor of tin more important? Like, do they want to magnetize the shipping? Ow, don't hurt me. I love Weon! I love Weon! I skibbity you! You guys know that skibbity means I love you now? Stop hitting me. Aluminum is corrosion resistant. Tin holds up better, does it? Because right now we have plastic inside. Plastic inside tin soda can. It gave to Dumpy. Yeah, there's plastic lining it. Isn't that interesting? Iron's not defending themselves from the bottom allegations, by the way. That means we win. You guys didn't know this about soda cans? Why is there plastic? Why is there plastic in soda cans? It preserves the taste of the drink and the integrity of the can. Interesting. Glass is the only 100% material that would hold beverages and can be used. Okay, hold on. What is sand? You said silicon was really popular, right? Maybe there's ceramic. No, I accidentally pinned. That wasn't funny enough to pin. Get rid of it. Oh, I deleted the whole message. Sorry, Bongo. You've been censored. Don't hit me, Husky. What the fuck? What's noises? Okay, silicone uses. Let's see. Silicone uses. Stop smacking me! Not you too, Voxid. It's like you guys don't even want to world build. Stop it! No use for silicone, don't you dare, crouton. Technically cheaper than dirt. More than 90% of Earth's crust is composed of silicate materials. God damn! Portland cement?
If you do not wipe the streamer, and he doesn't feel gas, in 10 seconds or less, the room is going to fill with gas.
Silica sand. Stucco mortar. Used for ceramics, such as porcelain. What if these weren't even cans? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Porcelain and acids. Is there any acid that can dissolve ceramic?
Just once I'd like to get to a session without piss.
Guys, we're not pissing. Stop it. So the greats is great for bits and bobs or boobs. Like, you need more redeems? Whatever. I'm working on it, Voxid. I had to take a bunch of them away. Hydrochloric acid. Is ceramic naturally resistant to this stuff? Yeah.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Voxid, your opinion means a lot to me. If you tell me something about my stream, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's my entire life, forever. Porcelain. Porcelain resists most acids aside from hydrofluoric acid. Could you store your sody pop in a porcelain container then? Voxid, quit glazing me! Porcelain soda can. Whoa, look at that! That's so cool! Long-term acid storage ceramic. Context is the research. We're trying to figure out what this soda can's made out of. We're not base assuming aluminum here. I kind of like the idea of it being ceramic. Can you grind? Okay, the idea. Okay, we're vibranium. Thank you. That's already something from someone else's universe. Because your art is good. Protects against it. Yeah, everybody compliment an artist. It helps glaze their art. We're doing world building for my IP, Husky. And we're coming up with soda cans right now. We're filling up a vending machine. Alright. How do we recycle ceramic? Is ceramic recyclable? Is ceramic... If you guys wonder why you guys never get any pieces of art... You guys ever wonder why you don't get fucking art all the time? Oh, do not remember my location. Base for drivers. Recycling ceramic. Plastic polymers. We can just assume, we could sci-fi black box that they're figured out how to recycle this shit, right? Something a little more dense than common. Yeah, iron is very common. And so is silicon. And silicon makes porcelain, which is why we're looking into ceramics. Hi, Cody. It's because we asked too much? No, it's because we gotta go down the rabbit hole of questions every time. This is an important part of doing concept art and world building, all that kind of stuff. Because theoretically, it could just be ground back into dust, right? Wow! Ditto the ditto, thank you for following. Tap slide like a house's back door and so, ooh. Thought? Cool thought. Okay, but like, ceramic's really tough, right? Is the idea that it's kind of like glass then? And like you bring it back to the factory? Is silicone glass safe to drink out of? Plastic bottles that Gatorade bottles are made of? Okay, so here's the thing with plastic, Husky, right? Is that all plastic? Boy, thank you for the resub! The thing with plastic is that plastic is made of dinosaurs, right? And if we're in a sci-fi universe, can't say sorry. If you're in a sci-fi universe, you can't assume that there's dead dinosaurs all over the place, right? That have gone through millions of years of being turned into oil, and then that oil turned into plastic, right? So if you got like a fuck ton of barren planets and all this kind of stuff, like there's no way, like we're gonna run out of plastic, right? And so not even throwing out plastic for like hippie reasons of like, I just want to live in a solar punk world that doesn't have plastic. But like, also, like, there's bioplastics, right, that we can make, right? Like, you can make bioplastics out of, like, crustacean. You can make it out of chitin, which is cool. Because chitin is the most common polymer. Hold on, I got notes on this. Hold on, I got notes on this. Hold on, I got notes on this. Hold on, I'm going to my world building page. Aha! Alright, chitin, let's see. Okay, chitin is the structural component of arthropod exoskeletons, so insects, crustaceans, isopods, etc. Fungi cell walls, mollusk shells, fish scales, yada yada. From chitin, you can extract the chitosan by deacetylation, or removing the acetyl of chitin. Chitosan is an interesting material with some interesting properties. It normally comes from shellfish and crustaceans and shit. And people are getting that from leftovers from the seafood industry, since, you know, we take all the stuff inside. Theoretically, it could come from any chitin source. And then I had some really cool things about chitosan for these guys, my bug race. And the reason I was doing a bunch of research on this is because I was looking for some sort of the important part about the Kotiks is that they are supposed to mirror human evolution, and so I was looking for the equivalent of Vikings accidentally making steel, right? Through rituals of the body. When I was looking in here, what was something interesting about chitosan? So it's soluble, so can't use it as a plastic. It's very, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure chitin is the most, not this page. Get out of here. Chitin polymer is the second most abundant polysaccharide in nature, only behind cellulose, which is in plants. And that's what makes it have really, but it is soluble. So it is water soluble. So that kind of throws out the ability to use it as a plastic for liquids. Right? Crab cans, crab cans, crab cans. I'm sorry, Cody. Get absolutely chuckle fucked, I suppose. Let's bring this over here. The music get all quiet again. Wild bugs. Bugs is shrimp. Shrimp and bugs. Hi, Omega! Do you have a good trip yesterday? Do the bugs molt and donate their shells for crafting? That is actually exactly what I was doing with the Codex, Nexie. Hold on. My note for it says... Oh yeah, this is why bagels are important. For the Codex. You guys want to know why bagels are important? Okay. As a cultural food, right? So they get bagels before they get bread. Alright, here's the reason. In order to deacylatize chitin, right? Or chitin, if you've seen the word before and you never knew it was pronounced chitin. To deacylatize, the only way to do that in like a primitive way is to use lye, right? Lye. And lye is an important part for boiling bagels. So lye would be very important as a chemical in their culture, the same way that like vinegar is really important for us. And so much of cultural food for humans is about making vinegars and then using them to preserve foods, right? They're Jewish. They are Jewish. And yeah, like pretzels and stuff. So, like, they're also based off of whip scorpions, and, like, scorpions molt, you know? So, like, there's a lot of excess chitin running around in their culture. So imagine they have, like, bagel birthdays. And that is how fire would also be important for an early Codex culture, because you need wood ash to make lye. So even if they were a species that didn't necessarily need fire to cook food and for protection, they would still need to make wood ash to make lye in order to deacylatize. So steel was such an important part for human culture. Like, when we invented steel, boy howdy, we did some fucking shit, right? Like, woo! You know? And so they got to develop plastic a lot earlier. And I think that's fascinating. And that's why it takes forever to draw things, because you gotta do all that fucking research beforehand. Speaking of Bananagram in chat, do you guys see what Bananagram did for Art Fight last year? I'm gonna go pull it up. Because Bananagram went and read all the lore on the Codex and drew a very cool interspecies romance piece. And they're so sweet! them. They're having a bagel party. This is probably not to pick favorites, but also like in terms of meaning, this is definitely like my favorite piece I got last year. Like it hit me like a brick at the end of Art Fight, and oh my heart. Oh, it hurt me. It hurt me so good. It was my favorite. Wow. Wow. I got a ping. I got a ping from VTube Studio. What did they do? VTube Studio 1.32.0 now released. You can now pin stuff to other people. I could put a dick on your head if we collab. That's so cool. I want to put a dick on your head. That seems so fun. I could put a dunce cap on you when you guys are pissing me off. That's amazing. Down. Oh yeah, God is a virus in my IP universe. I can't wait to explore that a little bit more at some point. Okay, let's assume ceramic here. I like the idea. It's a cool thing to explore. Let's look at porcelain. Just like white, right? Is all silicon used in whiteware ceramics. Soda lime glass. Guys, this whole time there was soda glass. We didn't even fuck. What is soda lime glass for? Used for window panes, glass containers, for beverages, food. Soda lime glass accounts for 90% of manufactured glass. Guys, if we just read the article like 4 more words, we didn't have to do any of that research. Imagine soda glass with spaghetti. I refuse. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What is this brand called? What are we calling it? I already forget what this Lily Pilly. We have to come up with a fake company? We have to do everything! World building is so difficult! We did loop back to soda bottles. This is also a pretty color. This just reminds me of like Baja Blast. I think this is why I like it so much. Kermes? Sermes? What are companies called nowadays? Okay, I like this color. Whatever the fuck's going on with that. Oh, we got pink. Kermie! Who would own a soda company several thousand years in the future? What would people be calling their shit? Dropship product off of Amazon like Blimbus? Maybe that is the trend. I kind of like that, Blanc. They're all like nonsense words, and that's like the trend. Because something about associating them with real words is like no longer cool. They're like stamped codes or something. Like brand recognition is no longer important or something. Bongo, why would you name your soda company Ceramica? One of these up. That'll be our label. It's interesting, Blanc, because I also see people when they're talking about like, oh man, is this product legit? And then they're like, Plumbus, right? Or like, Bishbach, right? And it's like, what do you do with that? But like, people are still trying to like make an association, but like, it no longer makes sense, right? Nutrafizz. Oh my god, it's Rion's song. Okay, we need some sort of... I think we're gonna lock into the ceramic idea. Why not? Who is it gonna hurt? Would you like a Silklands or Highwine branded HDMI cable? What if it just doesn't have... Okay, hold on, Blanc. Okay, idea, alright? Going back to this, right? Do you think that people would start like developing just like characters that don't make sense, that have like no linguistic context? Like they're just making like actual symbols that like don't even have a like a thing that's going on for them. I'm wondering in like a giant sci-fi universe where everyone's writing in languages that nobody understands, and there's not like a unified like common, that like becomes really common. Yes, the icon of the soda I can't pronounce. Yeah. But like every culture calls it something different. Like, oh, this alien species calls it something that like is translated into their thing. But then it becomes more important of whether or not you can draw the symbol, and that becomes like the brand recognition. Wait, hold on. If this is ceramic, how are you gonna crack open the soda? Maybe the metal's embedded. This is a tin can color. Yeah, like that. Maybe we're just always going back to tin. Audio from your visual symbol for the blind people, like commercial. Yeah! This would be interesting. Actual branches made of the... Yeah. Okay, I'm getting this. 2 different languages can be seen. Yeah. Okay. A big, what is that trope called? Please tell me someone knows this. Of like, when you start to use like really big word, either sci-fi heads in the chat, or maybe Blanc would know this, but like when you start to you make your language really informal. Not informal, like, what is the word? What is it called? When you describe like a process that you're doing, right? Or like something that's like very common to us. Like, I know fanfic writers do this all the time. So like if I'm describing like my phone, right? And I'm like this rectangular black obelisk device that when I place my hand upon it lights up into a projection of letters and numbers that show me what time of day it is. And it's like I just touched my phone and it shows me the time, right? Like there's a specific like sci-fi bibble babble thing that happens there that like, not that it's like specific to sci-fi, but like sci-fi does it a lot to try to like obfuscate what a thing is, right? And to like make it seem more scientific or complicated than it is. But a huge basis of what I'm trying to do, it's not quite technobabble, because technobabble is like made up stuff, right? It's like, it's not like creating jargon. It's, hold on. It's gonna bother me if I can't figure it out. Sci-fi. I'm wondering if it's on TV tropes as like a thing that will happen. It's the opposite of euphemism. What is the antonym of euphemism? Dysphemism? No. That's a different concept. But it's that same axis. What is it? Okay, so you have... I'm so mad I can't remember this term. So you have, like, a euphemism. Then you have a dysphemism, right? And, like, a euphemism takes, like, an unpleasant thing and, like, makes it more pleasant. And then a dysphemism takes, like, a pleasant thing and makes it unpleasant, right? Like, just by the way that you use the words, right? Like, oh, I'm, like, my dog is going away on a farm, you know? And it's like, they're dead, right? And, like, describing, like, the miracle of childbirth as a parasite rips through your womb and claws its way out of your vagina, and makes you internally hemorrhage, like, that's a dysphemism, right? So there's another axis, and I don't have the words for it, right? But this is, like, pleasantness versus reality, right? And this is, like, the axis that I'm thinking of is, like, alienness versus reality. If your ohms is, like, bone dog. Yeah, okay. Like, yeah, you're getting the concept. So, I'm thinking... trying to remember what it is. So, like, if I were to describe, like, I'm boarding in line to go down a giant extended tube, and at the end of the tube I enter a chamber where I am shoved into a machine in which I need to strap in, right? And over the course of several seconds, the G-forces of velocity like smack me as this machine roars to life and begins accelerating in mass. And at that point, like it breaks the like the air barrier and begins to take flight. Like I just described getting on a plane and like flying somewhere, right? So that's like one end of the spectrum. And that's where like a lot of technobabble stuff happens, right? Which is a separate concept. That's making up shit, right? But then there's another spectrum, and this is where I want my stuff to be, of like super complicated sci-fi shit. Just becomes normalized. And that's like a really key thing for the Wodinka system, right? And then from there, describing it as alien versus describing an alien thing is, yeah, exactly, right? Like, if you were to describe the process of how you guys are watching this stream right now, right? Like, you guys pulled up your PC or your phone, and you went to Twitch, and you searched for Runax, and you clicked on it, right? And now you're watching a video that I'm sending, right? But if you were to describe the actual process of, like, I have all these little ones and zeros of data being streamed through, like, a braided cable, especially, like, if you're international, and it is going under the fucking ocean in milliseconds to get to you, right? Like, literally, like, impossible to understand, and, like, somehow is encoding, like, visual data through the use of ones and zeros, right? But, like, that's just normal for us, right? Like, understanding the mechanisms behind that is not important to, like, make it feel normalized. Check out my electric rectangle. We're gonna make the soda cans rectangular, and then we're gonna make the the phones circular. Someone tell Sid to stop biting the goddamn electric cables. It's so unnecessary. The average second server visit could not comprehend the funny people inside my phone. It's literally just what I just did. Hi, Slug! How are you? Those medicines, take me. But yeah, anyways, this is why it takes fucking forever to draw anything. There's like 8 billion thoughts that exist before you get to the fun part of just drawing it. So you guys ever wonder why nothing ever fucking comes out for this shit? Waiting for it to be 5 p.m.? I have wonderful news for you. You have to wait exactly 45 minutes. And that's it. Isn't this the most exciting thing you heard all day? Why am I rendering? It's not important right now. Rendering is the least important thing I could be doing. I have to embrace not getting to render. The ceramic lid. And then we'll surround this so that you can see it better. And this is why it takes 2 hours to get a single soda can. Because we're literally about to go into ads again. This is why we ain't get shit done. But it's worth it. Until you forget it again, and then you have to remember it when you write it down, and you're like, shit, I should have written this down. Will I remember this lesson? No. No, I will not. Alright, it's ads time. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye, I miss you. I miss you so much. Goodbye. Oh, ads are over. Hello, everybody. I'm looking for another playlist. Summer 2016.
the back?
Cause it's easy. And it does a lot of damage.
That's not 2016. What the fuck is that song? These aren't real songs.
Ah, hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you.
None of these are real songs. Guess we're going lyricless. Hi, everybody. Hi, Samita. Chat room, we're on break. Would you refer to calling someone without a courtesy poke as cold calling? I think that is what cold calling is. Is it from Wii Fit? I don't know, man. You want to see what I see right now? That's all I know. And the balance board judges me? Did I start off this playlist with fat shaming? That sucks, dude. Cow, a bummer. It says Nintendo upbeat and chill video game music but forgot hit songs. And it does say, ooh, it is timestamped. Wii Fit Body Measurement. That is the song. Sorry, everybody, I fucked up. Let's try to make a cool design. For our soda can. Sumida, how was work? I hope it was scrumptiddly-umptious. Hope you didn't get absolutely scrungle-buffined. Bye, Sumida! Man, now that he's gone, am I right? It's also not great, but no one cares about I care! What the heck? You be good? Alright, chat. How are we gonna do crimes? It's not porcelain, but I need to poke a hole real quick. How easy is it to manufacture porcelain? I would assume pretty easy. Because you could just, theoretically, you could use the silicate on whatever planet that you're on, right? As opposed to having to, like, mine aluminum. Like, you wouldn't have to make a mining operation. You would just get sand. Right? That's my line of thought. You know, now that you poked a hole in this, Nexie, you know what you have to do is you have to slurp it like a spider. I don't make the rules. I do, but I also don't. I'm like the Pope. Like, I make the rules, but also I'm ordained by God, you know? It's a complicated relationship. You wouldn't understand. Okay, let's try some of that. Let's get some berries in here. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad that likes berries and cream. The sun is a deadly laser. Let's get some under shading. Our little juicy berries. Ooh, that's red. What the heck? Let's get this beautiful pink in here. And a little Monica in my life. And then it needs some sort of interesting... Don't you wow me. Get out of here. King Soda! Welcome on in. Alright. God is a virus, cans are tin. Cans aren't tin, though. Don't you know that? We already went over. We don't have enough tin. Alright. Concept already enough. Machine mold it so we can paint and then fire it out in the soda and seal. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe there's some other process. Some other sci-fi thing. Maybe they're glazed on the inside. Alright, what are we doing after a soda can? You guys think nutrition facts are important? Let's come up with a weird symbol. What is this company gonna be? I suppose we can literally come up with anything. You have the tin topper, though. That coloring is tin, baby! Ain't nobody gonna remember this shit. Hi, Bacon! Oh my god, Bacon, it's your month. Bazinga! An item. Well, we can give it a little black border to make it feel better. Some sort of thing that helps highlight the shape. Alright. Well, I finish this up. What's our next item gonna be? We making more vending machine things, or we got more world building questions that we can answer through concepting? At some point I have to stop being cringe and I have to bite the bullet and get a world building channel. So I do have a meal replacement concept that I have floating around already. And they're kind of boring. I don't want to draw it though. Like I already have the I want to make new ideas today. But I already have the kickle bars. Like K-calorie, like calories. Yeah. But that's like a fun Soylent Green. Basically type in your species and your caloric needs and all that kind of shit, right? And then you get to like pick a flavor that spits out a bar that you can, like a pemmican kind of bar that you can munch on. And it's like a terrible ration, but it's very shelf stable. So people learn how to do things with it. Woo! Alright, there's a soda can. Porcelain. The fuck are these called again? It was called Lily Pilly. Lily Pilly soda. And that was, I guess, all of these layers. Where's this magical tin can layer there? Get out! What? Now we can save this. World Building Wednesday. Objects. Ceramica. Wants weapon, but I seem to remember you don't like making those with a big robot transport. It's not that weapons are bad, it's just like, how often do you see a sci-fi universe and the focus is violence, you know? It's like, it's such a well-explored area. I find that I have nothing interesting to say that hasn't already been said. I guess we should add some notes. Let's not forget all the things we learned. Let's not forget. Okay, we have ceramic, silicon. Billy, berries, hot climate. What other cool things? Logos are meaningless. Symbols to memorize or discard. Inlining. Anti-corrosion. Anything else? We'll figure it out later. How the folks in Big Desert World get around? Hover by... Okay. I like this. Any of you guys ever read Uglies as a kid? Is that a franchise people are aware of? I know they're gonna make a movie about it soon, and it's gonna suck because all the actors are already hot, which defeats the whole fucking purpose. I mean, what actor is ugly, Bananagram? Uglies movie. Oh, never mind. It came out in 2024? It has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. And a 42% audience score. We're really uglying it up. To be fair, the whole point of the series is that just being like having a human face at all kind of made you ugly. Maybe those are the pretties. No, those are all the main characters. Whatever. Though, anyways, for anyone who wasn't a teenage girl, who was both into sci-fi and had deep insecurities, the Uglies series came out. It was part of the wave of like post Hunger Games stuff that came out. Because Hunger Games absolutely killed it out of the fucking park, and then everyone's like, I also want to make a dystopia about teenage girls, right? And so Uglies at least had some other cool things to say. We don't talk about Divergent. What a dumb fucking franchise. Uglies' whole thing was, like, when you hit puberty, you were, like, waiting to be able to go and, like, be a pretty and have, like, a bunch of cosmetic surgery. And, like, people got really crazy with it. Like, you could have, like, TVs on your fingernails and shit. Like, it was nutso, right? And then there was, like, a whole resistance of people that, like, never went through all that surgery and, like, didn't get brainwashed by it, right? And they, like, lived on the outskirts and they were, like, warring and stuff. But anyways, they have these really cool things, and it stuck with me, which is why we're talking about it. The way that the Uglies, the perma-Uglies traveled around is they used a lot of, like, old rail lines, and then they had these, like, hoverboards. And you would, like, you would stand on a hoverboard, kind of like a skateboard. But the whole thing is they would use the train tracks, right? And all it was magnetic. So there was, they were inversely magnetic, so it was, like, pushing off. So the board didn't work unless you were underneath metal. And it was like, because you guys know when you try to, like, push magnets together, you know? And the poles are aligned wrong. Are we dune surfing? The problem, so I don't want to turn this into a creature design thing, but most people are moving around with animals. What the fuck? My redo button on my Stream Deck just had a sword on it. When did you get a sword, little redo button? It's like a little, like redo, right? And, like, that's what the button looks like. And then for some reason, it just had, like, a big old sword for a second. I don't know why that was happening. But, the problem with vehicles is they're loud. And they require fuel. And so on the planet that Rune lives on, there's a bunch of space junk in the air. This is a planet that got kind of ravaged in a war, right? And people are moving in and, like, fixing it up, right? So there's a bunch of space junk on the surface of the planet, but there's also a bunch of space junk around the surface. And that makes telecommunications, like any sort of satellite stuff, is bonk, right? There's no landlines really that exist, so that's bonk, right? Like finding places to fuel up, that's bonk. And then you have the fucking dune worms, because we dooning out here. Rawr. And wouldn't you know that something that hunts via sound waves, if you have a car, and it's like vroom, 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 right? And it's making all these like vibrations. Woo! And then they get mad. A worm? Where are my worms? Let me go look for my worms. Who out here worming they worm? These my babies. My sweet babies. I need to finish the sketch up. I love the worms. But yeah, we don't want to fuck with them too much. We have to find interesting ways of traversing. And basically the whole planet... So these guys are... They are gigantified. They're like deep sea gigantification. You know, like isopods, like the big old ones in the ocean. You know, all that jazz. That's kind of their whole basis. But like, so on the planet, you have... It's basically an invasive species. So you have all this like desert shit down here. And then you have the worms, and they're having a good time. And then you have all these like crag cliffs. And then they go and they burrow into the cliffs, and they go yum 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 yum. There's a bunch of tubes everywhere in the cliffs. And that's where people hang out. So cool. But like out here, it's hard to traverse. The Darth Vader eyes. This is completely accidental, but there's like a little kitsune face here. I like that. Little silly foxes. Whoop. So yeah, you gotta figure out how to traverse a bunch of cliff shit that doesn't have anything, and then you have to worry about all this, and then you have all of the space junk, which makes it hard to, like, fly a spaceship. So there's, like, pack animals, right? And then there's, like, low impact, like, sort of vehicle things, or, like, sort of spacecraft things, because it's hard to, you know, it's hard to do stuff. It's hard to go up and down, you know? So you can't do that thing where you're like, here's my spaceship, let me go up, and then I'm coming back down over here. You have to, like, you have to stay underneath, right? And then there's also dragons. Big thing with what I'm trying to do is, like, a bunch of fantasy tropes, and then try to make them sci-fi. That's, like, my whole thing. So this is where I put the dragons. So people get around with dragons. But that's all creature design. That's not object design. Next, I can't believe you're gonna make me draw a vehicle. I can't believe you. You're so mean to me. Vehicles are cool. Vehicles are dumb. I hate vehicles. Do I look like I've ever drawn a vehicle in my life? Be honest. Love getting in my big robots? That's not the same. Also, I'm a big Gundam hater. I'm sorry. Vehicles should look like vehicles. Robots should look like vehicles. They shouldn't look like people. Call me uncultured. I am. But if you're like, here's a tank, and I'm like, that's just a guy holding a tank gun. I want you to go back to vehicle school. Nexi or Crouton? I know one of you can find it, but what is that? What is that? Oh, what is it called? It was a big old graph of like what kind of robot are you into, and it was like all the different kinds of robots, or like mechas, or like vehicles, or whatever. We had a big discussion about it. Webcomic Runaway to the Stars. Runaway to the stars. Hold on. I can Google over here. Runaway to the stars. Nexi found it. Let's go. All right. Chicken tank, best. I'm gonna check mark these. This one's good. This one's good. Forklift Man is... It's like acceptable. This one's good. I'm sorry, I can't. The fucking animal. It's good. I don't like this specific stick figure, but I do like stick figure. Boston Dynamics is making furry real. By the way, you all should look up on how to disable a Boston Dynamics dog. You know, when they start putting guns on them, because they totally are going to. Already the NYPD is doing it. Not guns, but they're using it. This just always reminds me of War of the Worlds. I feel like you can't beat the War of the Worlds allegations of that one. Alright, ones we absolutely hate. I don't like this one. Get out. I hate that. Why bother putting a human part on the top? I am a huge Evangelion enjoyer. If it's biomechanical, right? Like, it's over for me. These just always look so hard to draw. Why do you do this to yourself? These ones always could be cool, but like, I always just like, don't want to draw it. Fuck that. Get that out of here. Go away, Power Rangers. This one always never looks like it can actually move. We know we're killing that one. Actually, hold on. These weird, horrible bio-mutant things. Hate that. Hate that. Hate that. Actually, these are fine. You know what? I actually accept robots that look kind of like humans. It reminds me of the little TV head guys. Like, they're like object heads, basically. I don't like them as a mecha. I'm okay with them as a robot. I'm just like, why anthro it? There's no point. Just make a vehicle. Why does there have to be a dude controlling it? Just make the gun. Make them separate concepts. These ones always just look really stupid. And I just don't like these guys. They just look silly. All right. And then we have I also don't really like Bucket. I don't like Bucket. Fuck it. Get out of here. And then, like, sort of acceptable ones. Maybe extra thick. Rocket Crab, I can be convinced. If it's not a mech, I can be convinced. I'm very picky! I think Chicken Tank and Forklift Man. And this whatever Eldritch Abomination. That's what all robots should be. Bucket's just the, yeah, it's just the low-tech one. I'm not quite sure if question is doing that, Crouton. I'm not quite sure if it's a direct ref to Lancer. But, like, I feel like, many-armed cosmic robot is, like, a decent enough trope. You heard of the game Brigador? Guys, I've never played a mech game. Period, and I haven't played a mech game I liked. Actually, just kidding. One time I played the demo for the Transformers PvP game on the Xbox 360. I don't remember what Transformers game that was, but it had a multiplayer, and it was kind of based. Okay, we are designing a very bare bones vehicle. I want this to be very easy to draw. I want it to be something that anybody could make. You like the haunts? I'm sorry for your loss, Iron. It's terrible. Alright, we're trying to make something easy here. Easy to make. Easy to transport. Are there any good sci-fi, like, albums that isn't just the, what is it called? Oh, fuck, what is it called? That isn't just the FTL album? I will say Lancer does have a lot of really cool designs. I'm very picky about robots. I feel like if you're not exploring humanity with robots, right? Like, what's the fucking point of the robot? Like, why make the robot look human if we're not talking about that? It's like, why are you baiting me? Okay, so I'm thinking of some sort of simple scrap platform. And this is like hand-pulled. Why am I spending so much time on that? Stop that. It's because I'm thinking. In the manga, there's a kangaroo Gundam pilot. In what manga? You have not specified. You have not specified! Okay. We got some sort of pulley system. Like a handlebar to grab onto. That you can, like, tie a rope to. In the Gundam manga? You know there's like 8 billion Gundam mangas, Bongo? That's like saying in the Magical Girl manga, they have sparkly dresses. Which one? Don't remember which one specifically. Bongo? What was the point? What was the point of any of this? You know what? I'll say it. If you're making Gundam nowadays and you're not exploring the concept of like someone mentioned like going through like disassociation or like dissociative like identity stuff because you're too like fused to the concept of your mech. What a cool thing to explore. Like you're so in your mech, right? And like the concept of the self like fuses, right? Like imagine like you have an Evangelion, because that's like my Gurren Lagann and Evangelion are my only two mech stuff that I do. But like you're in the like little LCL pod, right? And like your eyes become the Evangelion's eyes, right? Like imagine how fucking disorienting it's gotta be to come out of that system, right? And you're like, this is no longer like imagine you're like in your pod so much, right? Like you're literally like, who am I? Like you look at your own face and you're like, that's not me. I'm the mech. You know? Like this I'm not Joe Hendry. I'm fucking Unit 62 or whatever, right? Like this isn't my face. Who am I without the machine? Yeah. Do I have a purpose? Am I even real? Literally unable to lift a cup of water because you're so used to the zero effort it takes to move your arms to lift. Yeah! Imagine like wasting away inside your mech because you're like, my own body requires no upkeep because I'm not attached to it. Robot cool is for cowards. You only get robot cool if you're doing the other cool stuff. Okay, we're basically designing a wheelbarrow here, folks. What things in a wheelbarrow make you more comfortable? I'm thinking some sort of leather strap thing here. We're gonna have a pulley system. Like so. So you can hook this up to something, right? You can grip onto this bar if you need. Maybe there's like a couple straps to keep it on. And then maybe it pinches a little bit. We'll have it pinch a little bit. Like so. Easy peasy. A cup holder. You gonna introduce Stanley cups into this universe, Crouton? Belt thingy. Little raised bit at the back. Raised how? Do you have an example of that? Because I'm thinking, when you say that, I think tilted. So theoretically, what this does is it removes the need to have like lift up, but you still have to have like momentum push. Like a wall or maybe a shelf. What about like some sort of like guardrail? If I were to draw a second thing up here, right, is that you would be piling a bunch of crap on here. Right? This is like a sci-fi wagon, you know? And so, like, I don't know, is it important to be able to slide it off easily? Like, you have a person and they're, like, pushing it off so that it, like... I want to remove mechanical elements. Not mechanical. I want this to be a really dumb machine. And that, like, there's not a lot of bells and whistles to it. So, like, you guys, I don't know, have you guys been in modern cars? Like, the difference between being in, like, a rental car and, like, whatever pickup thing you got right now, right? And it's like, oh, look at all these cool, like, bells and whistles, and it can, like, tell you when someone's getting too close to you in the car, and it's got, like, a guard thing, and, like, it has all these sensors, and yada yada, right? And then it's like, how do you keep that repaired, right? Should be kind of like a dolly almost, right? So I'm thinking, like, because, like, there's an idea of, like, having all of these, like, sensors on the bottom to, like boost it up and everything, right? No beep boops, even only cranky. There can be beep boops in this universe. But for Anquo specifically, beep boops are hard, and it's very, like, cassette futurist, and it's very, like low tech, right? Because it's so hard to repair things, and there's sand everywhere, and, like, everything is so, like, it's not, like, dystopian Mad Max, but it's very much like, we have to just, like, figure out how to put things together. So this should be something that, like, you can either, like, everyone has it because they're just so easy to carry around and have, right? Or this is so easy to build. Right? So where can we introduce, like, human horsepower, right? I'm gonna quickly add a shadow underneath. So we can tell how far up the ground it is. Na, 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 na. There we go. It'd be close housing, but also it's just like, it's about like ruggedness, you know? It's like, this should feel like, it's not like quite a, it should feel a lot like rural ingenuity, if that makes sense. Like, this is something that everybody should have access to and know how to build, right? Like the transportation equipment of, like, if you're stuck in the wilderness, like, you know that you need to build, like, a tent, right? And you can have all these really cool, like, you can have an RV, right? You can have an RV in the woods, right? But everyone has the concept of, like, you need to build something that, like, puts a roof over your head. And, like, there are many ways of doing it. But, like, everyone kind of has the basis of, like, this is how this kind of works, right? It's an indent all along the sides with, like, several anchor points. I'm picturing it, Nexi. I'm picturing it in my head, and I'm trying to think exactly how you're talking it, but, like, whatever it is that you're cooking, I like it a lot. I'm just trying to think exactly what you're saying. But I do like the idea of, like, this being sort of concave. Piezoelectric stuff? What is that? Now I'm fascinated. Hold on. Ceramics! Biological matter, applied dynamic stress. Electromechanical interaction between mechanical and electrical states of crystalline materials and no inversion symmetry. Piezoelectric effect is a reversible process. Materials exhibiting by reverse. Internal generation of mechanical strain resulting from an applied electric field. The inverse piezoelectric effect is used in the production of ultrasound waves. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Including the production and detection of sound, piezoelectric inkjet printing, generation of high voltage electricity, a clock generator with electronic waves, microbalances. Instrument capable of making precise measurements of weight of objects of relatively small mass. Okay. Drive an ultrasonic nozzle. Interesting. Ultrafine focusing on optical assemblies. Forms the basis for scanning probe microzones and resolving images and scale patterns. Is used in pickups. Electronically amplified guitar as triggers in most modern electric drums. Piezoelectric effect also finds everyday uses such as generating sparks to ignite gas, cooking and heating devices, torches, and cigarette lights. What? Electricity resulting from pressure and latent heat. Okay, skip over that. What? This is so cool, Druggy! I guess if, like, the idea of piezoelectricity was very but it feels like it needs to be very specifically tuned, right? Is this how ultrasounds work? Is it piezoing your bones and your, because it says that it's in your bones, bone, DNA, and various proteins. Is this how they ultrasound you? Are they piezoing your bones? My thing is like, okay, so I have a general aversion to crystal as a power source. Just because like it's such a black box, you know? And like it's very easy to say, here's my unobtainium. Here's my gobbledygook crystal, and it powers the universe, right? I'm still unsold on what powering things looks like. Oh, it like wiggles. Look at that. Wiggles this way, and then wiggles that way. Oh, watch out, Chad. Don't look, it's math. Watch out, artists, look away, gay people, look away. I'm so sorry, this is so homophobic. I'm so sorry. Crystalline structures do have really interesting properties. Like, I think crystalline structure is something we can work with, Dreki, but like, crystals is like, ooh, the Gabulon crystal, oh, it powers our whole society, like, you know. Dreki, they interact with polymers. You know what we were talking about with polymers earlier? We were talking about chitosan. Oh my god! The Kotiks discover ultrasound and sonar so early. This fucking table sugar has piezoelectricity. You guys know that our cigarette lighters are powered by crystals? What the fuck? Pressing the button causes a spring-loaded hammer to hit a piezoelectric crystal, producing a sufficiently high-voltage electric current that flows across a small spark gap, thus heating and igniting the gas. Portable sparkers used to ignite gas stoves work the same way. Interesting. Crowd farming? What? Using people walking around and their bones moving to fucking harvest energy? What the fuck? Fuck, we're in ads. We have to put it down. I'm sorry, friends. We're going to ad break. I miss you. I miss you so much. I'm so sorry. We're getting harvested!
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I'm back! God, I love World Building Wednesday! Alright, hold on. You guys were cooking while I was gone. Biokinesis, using elements from your body. Yeah, I love that. It's a big task to wrangle the worms, but once they're subdued, we can attach some non-intrusive devices to them that allows their movements to generate electricity. Whoa! Nexi! Hold on, let me snip this. You guys are cooking. Hold on. You're cooking so hard. New note. English from chat. There we go. Sandworm generators. This is so cool. Piezoelectricity. Keeping that in the back pocket. I need apparently an engineering degree to tell what the fuck is happening with that, but you need to actually pick a creative medium. You can't be an idea guy forever. Of course you can. What do you think the entirety of world building is? It's getting to be an ideas guy, right? But then you're like actually doing something with it. Alright, Mama needs some sort of music that's gonna pick me up a little bit here. It's just, you know what? The vibes have been so good, it's hard to, like, go into, like, divorced dad music, you know? I have a whole divorced dad playlist now. I finally made my own divorced dad playlist, and it's not full of songs that I don't know and don't like. You know? Here's the thing with the sandworms, though, is they're not gonna move very much. Most creatures won't move a lot, unless they have to. Okay, so I saw a couple things from you guys. I think the big thing I saw is all of you wanted some sort of, like anti thing fall over mechanism. Like, you wanted something to, like, drop down, right? Or, like, pop up to, like, keep from things happening, right? But I would raise you that a pallet doesn't do that. You know, like a wood pallet. The important part, I think, is to be able to slide things on and off, right? Because what I'm imagining, if we're going to strip a bunch of, like, oh, here's the machine that you need to, like, keep, like, if this is, like, a dumb machine, right? My thought is that it's made out of something that gets magnetically charged, right? And it needs to have some sort of metal underneath it to, like, push against, right? And then a huge basis of, like, how it works is that you need to be able, so say you have, like, metal right here, right? And you have the board, right? And you have people, like, picking it up. You know? And then whatever's on top of it, right? They have to be able to lift it up. Or, like, pull it over. And then as it gets pulled over, then it, like, lifts up. So instead of it having some sort of, like, complex hover mechanic, it's just about having, like, basically, like, nature paths, right? Of, like, enough metal to, like, do that. So you saran wrap stuff, or you strap it in some way, right? Because also, like, I don't think you're pulling this very far, right? Because I guess the thought with this, right, is if you have the guys and they're, like, lifting it up, right? Assuming this is, like, always charged, right? It's gonna, like, tip up like this as you're pulling it up anyways. And then you're hoping that it, like, levels out. Like, once enough of it is, like, over the thing. You know? So I feel like you'd need some sort of strap anyways. Like, most things just need straps to hold them on, right? Maybe there's, like, different levels to this, right? Like, maybe there's, like, you have, like, this device, right, that's, like, built for it. The same way that, like, when you, like, work in a warehouse, right? Like, you have things that are built for doing this kind of stuff, and then you have, like, the makeshift stuff. Like, if you didn't have that gear, you would, like, do it makeshift. But, like, you're still using the same physics properties. So maybe there's some sort of, like, divot in here. And, like, it's like a little bar that, like, raises up. And so, like, other things can do it, right? I guess it wouldn't be a terrible idea to, like, make a drop down, right? Okay, so hold on. Hi, Cadenza. Hi. How stable is this platform and how fast is it likely to move? My, like, idea with it is that you're moving on foot or you have some sort of thing, like, slowly pulling it. And you and, like, several people can, like, hold on to it. And the nice thing is that it stays up in the air, so you can pull it, right? Like, it's a lot easier to push and pull than it is to lift upwards, right? Because you're not fighting against gravity anymore. Okay. Precursor to railroads, basically just grooves in the spun tab that took stuff to and from dock. Yeah. It's like the invention of the wheel. It's like you still had to push things along, right? So I'm wondering if there's like some sort of... Like you can take any piece of metal scrap, like any ferrous material, and there's like some sort of thing that you can like attach. So you can make these out of anything, right? And there's something that like magnetizes it. On like all the different sides, right? And that's what like stabilizes it, right? And then you could see like, because you also want to see like where does conflict, like this solves a problem, but like where does conflict happen, right? Like I could see like one of these like things going out and it like tips the whole thing over. And then it's like, okay, well we can take some of them from this side and move it over here, but now it can only take like half the load, and so now the group party like has to like hand carry some of it, right? Or they have to leave things behind. Or like we can no longer like rest on it. Right? Like everyone has to walk because otherwise we won't be able to carry it, right? Ferris wheel. Shut up, Drekkie. What the fuck? Okay, so I like this idea of just being some sort of emergency gear that just exists to have like low-tech things. So what would that look like? I guess it could look like anything. Be an incredible gurney? Yes! That's exactly what I'm thinking, Crouton. So, like, imagine you have, like, a huge patient, right? You could just, like, cut out the floor. Like, if they're on a metal floor, you can cut them out of it, right? And then you can attach these things so that you can gurney them up. I think we've accidentally invented a technology that, like, radically changes how things work in this universe. If I drop a box of bricks in the corner, will it just flip? I think that is, like, a huge part of deciding whether or not it works, Nexy. Maybe that's where the piezoelectricity comes in, is, like, figuring out where the balance of the weight is. And there has to be, like, enough metal underneath it, right? So, like, advanced ones of these have, like, a bunch of sensors that tell you, like, oh, like, the metal is weak on this side. Right? And, like, tries to stabilize itself by, like, changing the power output of how much it's magnetizing this thing. But, like, if you don't have all those sensors and you just have this thing that, like just bare minimum magnetizes, then you're gonna have to balance it, right? Like, you're gonna have to just learn how to balance it. Oh my god, imagine you flip it over and it, like, attaches. Like, you're just fucked, right? Because, like, it's, like, super magneted to the shit that's underneath it. And then you're like, fuck! Buoyancy and boat. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Bongo. Most basic form is a little magnetic generator attached to slide. Yeah, exactly, right? And then it gets more complicated from there. Like, you can have a... I don't know. Do you want to base it on the corners, maybe? And then if you have, like, one corner go out, then it's like, okay, now it all needs to be, like, stacked on this side, because this side is weak, right? Or, like, maybe you only have 2 of them. So, like, you're struggling because you're like, oh, I guess I'll attach them, like, here and here. But then it's gonna, like, someone still has to, like, hold it like this on both sides. Right? And they gotta shuffle it like this. And it helps a little bit, but it's likely to tip over. This is sick. I love this. Welcome back, Samita! Okay, so what does this device look like? I think it should be some sort of clamp. And you clamp it to the side. Right? It should be something that, like, fits in a backpack. And there's probably some sort of way to be able to, like grab it and, like, shrink it to the size that it needs to be, right? Man, I don't want to listen to Disco House. Where are all the good playlists? Where did I hide all of them? I want to listen to, like, Backstreet Boys. I don't have anything for that. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Maybe I got something for it.
Because tonight will be
the night that I will fall for you over again.
Don't make me change my mind. Now I won't live
To see another day.
in the fucking building
Where it's
again.
true.
Cause a girl
Cameron!
like you is impossible to find. Impossible.
Welcome on in, Raiders! Cameron, thank you for hanging out. Oh my goodness. Let me get you good. Shut up. How are you? Oh. I do have a mod that's awake. Which one is it? It's Sibo! Sibo's awake! Sibo, what are you doing awake? Girl! It's so late for you. Cameron, welcome on in, Raiders! My name is Rune. I am a sci-fi chimera VTuber. Well, more like Pingatuber. I don't know, does this count now that I have physics? But I'm primarily an artist. I look like this when I'm not a goober. And I draw like this when I'm not doing doodles. And that's what I do all the time. And we're doing World Building Wednesday today. So we're coming up with sci-fi wheelbarrow slash gurney slash. We're figuring it out. But what were you up to? Special event. What were you doing? Now I gotta click and find out. What were you up to?
Hello, Cameron J.
What were you doing? I won't let you answer. We were watching the State of Play. Okay. Tell me, was there anything worthwhile in the State of Play? Kind of like a hover cart, but like magnetic. Was the State of Play good? Did you find what you were looking for? Also, Smeed, I hope that answered your question too. Get up on the floor. No. Okay, what was cool? Samita, are we hanging out tonight? Basis! Oh my god, 13 months, thank you so much! Sword of the Sea. It's like Journey meets Abzu on a ski. What? Okay, that actually sounds cool. Hold on. You can't tell me there's something actually worth looking at. Sword of the Sea. Oh my god, that's sick as hell. Tony Hawk Pro Journeyer. Oh my god, it literally is like Journey. That's sick. Okay, alright. I retract my statement. The state of play was a little cool today. Only if you push me around in a space wheelbarrow hospital bed. I'm just building the repo cart. That's really what's happening right now. New lumens, but that might be niche. Some of the team worked on Journey. Who worked on this? Sword of the Sea. Who worked on this? Developed by Giant Squid. Oh, the Abzu guys. I couldn't play Abzu. I'm so thalassophobic. I couldn't do it. It looked like a really cool game. I'm really happy everyone who played it liked it. It got me real bad. I'm looking. Sick as hell, though. Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered with full voices. Final Fantasy, or is that Fire Emblem? No More Heroes? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Next you said, some versions for the industrial warehouse use fully specialized pads that have extra sensors, bells and whistles. Medical ones might come with a plasma cutter for taking the floor. And if you have a floor, so true though. More dark and more silly Sea of Thieves. More dark and more silly. Sea of Thieves also a game I'd love to play. So, ooh, dude, ocean scary. I want to play Subnautica. Okay, who's gonna play Subnautica 2 with me? I'm gonna be such a bitch about it. I'm gonna be such a bitch about it. I will not recover. But I wanna play it, 'cause it's multiplayer! I see the ocean and wither into a screaming ear of corn. God, gender goals. Oh, just for kicks, yeah. Go. It's for the deep water made a world that has the least water mounted. Okay, I do have a water world in my shit too. Alright? Alright, I do have there is also just an ocean world. Can I ask you a world building question? Not allowed. It's World Building Wednesday. We're not talking about world building. I'm kidding. Ask me the question. Samita, you have to tell me if we're hanging out tonight. Samita. In a world where tails are a thing, how would furniture be affected, like chairs and stuff? Well, it depends on whether or not, like, Glasdale, tails are a thing in our universe. How does a dog sit on a chair? How does a cat sit on a chair? Cameron, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. Marvel fighting game. Hot Shots Golf? What the fuck is Hot Shots Golf? Disgusting. Because Glasdale, guess what, Glasdale? You have pants on. You have pants on. How did you figure out your pants? Did you think about it, or did you just hand wave it? Both answers are acceptable. Jock trap? Isn't that for your jock, though? Jorking it, and by it I mean my jock trap. Samita! I need to know if you want to hang out tonight! You're gonna kill me! I need to know if I'm streaming for the next 3 hours or if I'm heading off. So we can hang out. But I'm not gonna end stream if you're like, oh, I'm kinda tired today. But I also don't want to keep streaming because you're like, oh, I don't want to be a bother. No, I want to hang out with you. I want to hang out. You're just being a bitch. If Springtrap was freaky, if Springtrap was a freak, they'd call him Freak Trap. At this point, if Samita doesn't tell me, I'm gonna end stream and not hang out with him. 45 minutes from now? Don't you have to be in bed in 45 minutes? I thought you would have bed at 10. If you guys ever wonder why adults have a really hard time being friends and having friendship, it's this. To move to Alaska. Alright, hold on. I need guidelines. Not like that. Not one of those. Where's the normal ruler? That's not it either. Guess it's this. That doesn't seem right. Oh, my perspective is off. I cry. Tears of the Kingdom. I'm just gonna make it up. Don't want you to end your stream. Samita! 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 I'm streaming. To wait for you. allowed to end my stream for whatever I want. I'm now streaming more than once every 19 days. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Chat, you'll be fine, right? You'll be fine if I go off and have a healthy friendship dynamic, hanging out with people. Because we've already spent, what, 3 hours with each other? No, I will die. Oh, my bad. Define fine. Will you be absolutely bootylicious while I'm gone? Don't tell me you guys have separation anxiety. Because I kept do you guys have abandonment trauma because I kept abandoning you? Oh, that's so fucked up. I gotta stop going for milk. Oh my god. I do, but it's not because of you. Yeah, but am I exacerbating it? Ooh, I'm wiggling. What the hell? Look at me go. I'm fucking doing woo woo woo. Where's the milk then? Well, you know. I've already started the fire. What was that? I swear to God. Rune, question for you. When you're drawing chibi, do you tend to add teeth to the characters? I mean, I usually add teeth to things that have teeth, yeah. Just depends on whether or not you want to show teeth. I'm not jorking it! Guys, this is jorking it. That's jorking it. Get your almond milk and vape cartridges, Dad. We're Gucci. I'll get my bubblegum vape. Reported. Ah! Smita, what are we doing to hang out? My more than you bargained for yet. I'm dying to tell you everything you wanna hear, 'cause that's just who I am this week. In the mausoleum. Watching your bedpost, but you're just a line in a song. Make a man. Hi, Bunny! I gotta figure this out. Every time Bunny or Slug comes into chat, I'm just like, oh boy, the cops are here. It's the police. Let's play repo but not do any objective. There's nothing wrong with you, buddy! And Slug, if you're lurking. How do I explain it? Okay, hold on. How do I explain it? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You're not the only people I feel this with. This is not a wife. This is not a wife thing, okay? This is okay. Okay. So like when you guys come into chat and you like meet me for the first time and then you decide to stick around, that's like your own fucking fault, right? That's like your own fault, right? You came in here on your own volition, you found me. It's Jover for you, right? But like when you're introduced to me through another person you care about, right? Then it's like, oh god, I'm subjecting them to it, and they didn't even consent to this bullshit, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. I feel the same way when raiders come in. And it's like, you raided me, and we're in the middle of talking about oviposition. It's like, the raiders didn't consent to this. Yeah, maybe the person who raided me consented to it, because they're like, oh yeah, I love it when Rune talks about oviposition, and I love when we talk about things in the butthole. But then all the poor little raiders are like, what is happening right now? It's like a small little raid. I'm rendering again instead of doing things that are important to world building, like drawing things. You gotta catch yourself all the time, chat. You gotta be like, oh my god, am I fucking... Just want this to look like a piece of scrap metal. Prior to raiding, the streamer lets their chat know that you're feral and likely to be talking about something unhinged. I guess. It's also the same thing, like, when I bring you guys over and you guys, like, if I haven't exercised you enough, you know, and I bring you guys over to, like, a say-so streamer, like, I was like, oh my god, are you guys exercised enough to go over to Biju yesterday? I was like, I don't know. I don't know if you are, because I would have sent you to Lib otherwise. Lib is very pro eggs and butt. Lights out, and a dangerous. Eggman gets a lot of action over. I know, right? For only 6 biddies, you too can fuck Eggman. I'm not doing anything useful again. Ugh! You sneaky devils, you caught me monologuing again. Woo! 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 Alright, line gods, whatever. Decided to piss me off, I know you. I'm tacking. Watch this elite hack right here. Haha! Absolute cheating. And how is this attached? We're getting like plates. And like these get like screwed in like this. Yeah! Gaming. Been hammering up my lore page. My brain is not cooperating. Lore is hard. It uses a lot of calories. I'm fully of the mind that you need to have a sweet treat when you Are you watching me at dinner, Samita? Are you and Bunny co-watching me while I'm while you're at dinner? Oh my god. I had a chicken tender sub. Oh my god. You didn't even share? You know how painful it is when you guys share food with a streamer and you're like, I'm eating this right now while I'm watching you, and I go, oh my god, I could just end stream and go get the same food.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Mila! Welcome in! Hello, cuties! Misla! Shubo, can I get a big ol' shout out from Mislakin? Misla! Hello everybody, my name is Rune, if you don't know who I am. I'm a sci-fi chimera VTuber. I look like this, and I also draw like this. It's what I like to do. And I also draw like this, and I got a lot of tabs open right now. We're currently not doing anything cursed, so welcome on in. But we're doing World Building Wednesday. And we're making a sci-fi wheelbarrow. It's kind of what we're doing. It is the most riveting thing that you could possibly be doing on twitch.tv. How are you? Are you working on animation? Woo. See, the trick to never get bullied by Misla is if you never finish your 3D model, Misla can't animate you. Those are my pro tips. Then you get to sit in the corner and cry. Misla, are you immaculate conceptioned? Did you birth yourself? Who made your model? Are you your 3D model? Do you have a model mama, model papa? Great, thank you for the gift subs! Okay, Misla, we're trying to start beef. You need to start beef with someone who isn't your friend who made your model. Who has a 3D model. Right? And then you can hit them with the my dad can beat up your dad. Your model mama, your model papa. You know? Wait, Samita's here. Samita, start beef with Glasdale. No, but Glasdale made his own model. I just want to see the 3D modelers fight it for no reason. Did you born from self-cest? Yeah, get his ass, Samita! Get him! Alright, Glasdale, now you snap back, right? Finishes, I could say mine is better. Oh! So rude! I love it. That's amazing. No, Glasdale, no! The RP is ruined! Woo. Hanging out with your friends. I can't fight Samita's like 2 things that I like. What 2 things do you like? Low poly, mine has 2,000 tries. I think Block has 2,000 tries. That's what he said the other day. Kingdom Heart? I thought it'd be like men. Sarah, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, come in. Guys, this is just like a spit roast again. You guys pull on the front of the back of the wheelbarrow. Front again. Always the front, never the back. Big yawn. Oh my god. Oh my god, diddly dang. Big yawn. What time is it? What time is it? Do we get a reroll for this one too? No. I'm looking for something. Oh my god, we've been here for 4 hours. See, you guys got so much longer than you thought you were. Now it's time to kill you. I think we came up with a lot of cool shit today. I'd consider this a successful World Building Wednesday. Good job, team. Check out your picture, I'm coming with you. Now Maria, count me in. See ya, Mizla? It's okay. I'm passing them off too. I'm killing your babies. You guys ready to die? I love death. Alright, where are we throwing you guys? Well, I figured out where Misla scattered off to, so we're gonna go right over there. We're gonna go say hi to Felis. Felis came into the stream yesterday, having no context about the spit roasting. So I think our raid message has to be something about that. Am I spelling your name right? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, we're gonna say hi to Felis! Our raid message is going to be whatever pleading emote that you have. Now, Lainey's over there as well. So, hopefully Lainey shuts up, but also gets Felis to roll the thing. And then we'll find out. So, we might have a good time with that. But yeah, I don't know what I'll see you guys next. But I'm streaming more actively. I want to work on some redeems. Get some things figured out. And then I also want to get... I gotta fix Craig's thing still. And I'm still working on some other things on the background. But I think the next stream that we'll do, it'll probably be working on the next set of goobers. So probably be working on Samita and Mana's little goobers. Those are easy to work on stream. I'll get the sketches done with them. But yeah, next stream we'll be working on these most likely. We'll see you guys later though. See you around. See you in a couple days maybe. Have a good one. Bye! Also, I may be somewhere on Sunday. I'll let you know in advance. Goodbye! Have fun! Goodbye! Get out!